Hello and welcome everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to explore something about C++ programming language. It is considered as the most important and basic requirement to understand the object-oriented style of programming. In this C++ tutorial, we will understand the following important concepts as described in the agenda below. Firstly, we will deal with the basics of C++. Followed by that, we are going to discuss the features of C++ as about basic input and output, about operators, arrays and string, function, about C++ pointers and references, object-oriented programming, what is it, what are the applications, and C++ constructors, destructors, C++ exceptional handling, and file handling. Now, without wasting much time, we should begin our first topic of the first topic, that is introduction of C++. Firstly, I would like to show you a simple program of C++. So I want to show you first of all an online compiler whose name is GDB, online GDB editor. So let's see how to make a basic program to print hello world here. Here is an online GDB compiler, okay, to write C++ code and get the output. So now here you can see hash include IOStream. This is the first library we should include to use this input and output functionality. So include is a keyword which is used to include any library, and library name we should provide in this opening and closing angle brackets. So IOStream stands for input output stream library. So we should include this library to enable this cout and cin option. Cout is actually used to print anything on the screen. So as I have written over here, int main. So it is the data type and it is the main function. Main function is what? It is the function from where our execution gets started. And after that, what will decide that what is coming inside any function? Whatever you will write within these opening and closing curly brackets, that decides. These are just like a boundary for any function that decides like what we want to write inside our main function, what we want to write inside a block. And here you can see cout is the keyword. It is a special function to print anything on the output screen. Now here is that we have to provide double angle brackets, you can say less than symbol, and after that we will decide that what to print. So now whatever you will write within these double quotes, so that will be printed as it is whatever space you are providing, as it is we can get the output. Let's see, first of all let me run the code, and then on the output screen can you see hello world? In our compiler what it is doing, like hello output, it is showing that computer understands it has to actually print anything, so it is showing the code for us, right? And what is this return zero? Return zero, actually return type we should use with the function when we are providing some data, some type value to a function. So here is an integer type of main function. That's why return zero means what? Return will replace my function name with that particular value whatever I will write after giving space. So after giving space I have written zero. That means indirectly computer is in place of main function, this zero will come. In place of any function name, that particular return value will come. Okay, so that is all about a simple programming of you can say simple C++ programming. Yeah, so let's continue. Now I would like to give a reason, why C++ is a must. Yeah, the future mostly is going to rely on what? Hardwares and robots, you can say Internet of Things, embedded systems, and lots of machinery things that we are going to use in our day-to-day life. So developing these machineries, developing those bots, embedded systems require fast and efficient language, and that language is really going to be C++. And not only that, when it comes to the part of artificial intelligence and machine learning, Python can only go up to an extent. And if you want any complex simulation in machine learning or deep learning, C++ is the only choice than Python. So it is very important for a computer engineer to learn C++ than other languages. And C++ is very close to hardware. So you get a chance, you get a chance to work at the core level, which makes you the master of software you create by managing the memory as well as its efficiency. So C++ is regarded as a middle level language. Now, what is it? As it comprises a combination of both high level and low level language features. It is a superset, actually, superset of what? C language, as basic syntax and code structure of both C and C++ are almost same. It is a mid-level language as we can do both system programming, that is for designing drivers, kernels, or in networking, and build large-scale user applications such as media players, Photoshop, and game design engines, etc. C++ actually is the most versatile and most, of course, you can say one of the most versatile, powerful, and very fast languages. Yeah, let's discuss something about it. Something you can say. Let's discuss about some of its features. So, first point is what? It is simple. First is that it is a simple language in the sense that programs can be broken down into logical units and parts, and it has a rich library support and a variety of data types. Second is machine independent but platform dependent. A C++ executable program is platform dependent. That means compiled programs on Linux operating system will not run on a Windows operating system. However, they are machine independent. Machine independent is a term applied to software that is not dependent upon the properties of any particular machine. And then you can say can therefore be used on any machines. Such software is called as a portable. Yeah, as discussed earlier, it is a mid-level language as we can do both system programming, that is to design driver kernel on in networking, and build large-scale user application like media player, Photoshop, game engines. And now here you can see rich library support is there for C++. And C++ has a rich library support that is both standard built-in data structures or algorithms as well as third-party libraries. And for example, Boost libraries for fast and rapid development. Now, as far as speed of execution is concerned, C++ programs excel in execution speed since it is a compiled language and also hugely procedural. Actually, newer languages have extra inbuilt features, default features such as garbage collection is there, dynamic typing, which slow down the execution of the program overall since there is no additional processing overhead like this in C++. So it is blazing fast, you can say. And pointers and direct memory access. So C++ provides pointer support, which helps users to directly manipulate storage address. This helps in doing low-level programming, where one might need to have explicit control on the storage of variables. So another one is what the most important feature is. This is, you can say, one of the strongest point of the language which sets this apart from C. Yeah, say object oriented support helps C++ to make maintainable and extensible programs. That is, large scale applications can be built through it. Procedural code becomes difficult to maintain as code size grows. Yeah, so it is a compiled language, as you know, and C++ is a compiled language contributing to its speed. Yeah. Now let's discuss about some application of C. What are the applications? C++ finds varied usage in applications such as operating systems and system programming. That, for example, Linux-based operating system or Ubuntu, and you can say many more are made using C++ from their core. Some famous browsers such as Google Chrome, right, and Mozilla Firefox are made using this language. Graphics and game design engines like Photoshop, Blender, Unreal Engine, etc. We can build using C++. And database engines, which is used to store and maintain huge amount of data. For example, MySQL, MongoDB, Redis, etc. We can easily create using C++. And of course, in cloud and distributed systems, You can say we can apply the C++ on them, and they are a good examples where C++ is applied. Now let's learn something interesting about C++. Here are some awesome facts about C++ that may interest you. So the name of C++ signifies the evolutionary nature of the changes from C. Plus plus is the C increment operator. C++ is one of the predominant languages for development of all kind of technical and commercial software. C++ introduces object-oriented programming style, which is not present in C. Like other languages, C++ supports the four primary features of object-oriented programming paradigm that includes encapsulation, polymorphism, data abstraction, and inheritance. C++ got its object-oriented programming features from the language named as Simula 67 language, which is regarded as first language to support object oriented programming paradigm. This paradigm was very useful for software development. However, the Simula language was far too slow for practical use. That's how need for C++ evolved. A function is a minimum requirement for C++ program to run. At least main function from where we can execute, from where our execution gets started. Yeah, and that basically wraps up our session on introduction of C++. I hope all of you have had fun and see you in the upcoming classes. Thank you. Happy learning.